Hi, it's David and Haley from Life with Parkinson.
Hi.
If you're new here, welcome. We hope you consider subscribing. Everyone else, thank you for your continued love and support. And we're basically here today just to have a conversation about our relationship and caregiving for each other. And we're making a new playlist of videos, so this isn't going to be the only one. We're going to do a number of these. And we're really, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely. Because I've been struggling quite a bit with caregiving.
Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle considering everything the last few months, even the last 6 months that have been going on. So I'm really excited to talk about these issues and get them out and share them with other people and see what they have to say.
Yeah, I really been wanting to do this video for quite a while. Just because it's been so crazy. There's so much topics we can talk about today that we need to talk about.
Yeah. So one of the things I'd like to start with, I'd like to talk about the time tap game.
Oh, yes.
And how that impacted, like, just the dynamics of our relationship, the dynamics of Parkinson's, the endometriosis. Because as everyone knows, I've got Parkinson's disease, but Haley suffers from a painful form of endometriosis.
Very long time.
Yeah, for a good 30 years.
Yeah.
So I am very proud of her coming on the video today, and I really appreciate this being her. Yeah, I've been looking forward to do this too. So I'm glad it was on both of our minds.
Yeah, my endometriosis has been pretty bad, so it's been a lot.
It's been a lot. It's been very hard to deal with. But we have some positive things to talk about that as well. But before we get to that, I'd like to talk about the time tap game. And
time tap, yeah.
And just how it impacted caregiving for each other.
Holy smokers.
Yeah.
The time tap.
Yeah, the time tapping. Well, I think one of the problems from my point of view with that is it took me out of caregiving.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It really isolated me from our relationship, and having that, it was a quick, short addiction, but it's left a lot of scars on me and on you, I'm sure too.
Yeah, like, I would never, ever think about tapping a game would make such an impact. Because we're very learning, also, very much learning.
Yeah. So how, from your point of caregiving, how did that impact you?
Well, first I thought, because I was laid up for a few days, he didn't come in as much as usual. Because he used to, like, hover, and not in a bad way, but hover just to be there and knowing. And usually he comes in and checks on me or whatever. But I noticed, like, you didn't.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. Like, usually he comes in and, hey, what do you need? Do you need me to warm up the bag or whatever, bean bag? But I noticed that was weird.
So, yeah, so it took me out of the relationship, and when you needed caregiving, it left you isolated and alone.
Yeah, I just, honestly, if I was sitting there and he's playing his game, I was sort of like, ooh, I'm talking to myself and stuff. So, but I didn't think it would be that critical.
Yeah, so my point here is that you were almost like abandoned, isolated and alone, on your own, and when you needed help wasn't there.
No, because that's my security.
Yeah, that's
knowing you, that you're there.
So I feel the same way. I get the same emotions when your endo flares up for like a week or two. I feel very isolated and alone and abandoned as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is going to sound weird. When you're playing the tap game, my egg sandwich was less cared for. Basically, it's slap on the egg, and there's my English salad cream. My priorities,
I love it. Yeah, one of the things I do for Haley is make her like a scrambled egg sandwich. They call it in England. They call it an egg butty, but that's awesome, baby.
Yeah, so I was noticing, like, it was slap on the egg, slap on, like, it didn't even get butter and English salad cream. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's just funny when you feel abandoned and isolated and alone as someone who's needing caregiving. It's scary.
It is scary.
And, like, I find like a lot of thoughts come into my head. You know, does she love me? Does she care about me? You know, did you get things like that?
I did actually.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. It was but it was also not gradually, because when you're focused on something gradually, slowly, it was like boom.
Oh yeah, it was so fast. I got addicted like within days, and
I didn't know he was playing the game until you approached me.
yeah, I couldn't put it down, and I couldn't go. It's just nuts. And now we've installed, just so everybody knows, I think it's very important that people who are struggling with addiction go talk to their caregiver and ask to get a blocker put on their device.
Yes, and you were pretty open about asking for help.
Yeah, yeah. So that's one of the things we did. There's a blocker on my cell phone that blocks shopping, gambling, and anything else to do with addiction. There are so many things that can be blocked by it. I really strongly advise it because I feel safe now. I feel safe when I'm alone with my device.
So now, what did you do when you asked me? What did we do to help you?
Well, yeah, we put the blocker on the cell phone.
Yeah, and we checked every morning.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, also Haley checks my cell phone on a regular basis, asks me what I'm doing on it sometimes now, and I really appreciate that because I am scared to get addicted again to something. It terrifies me because, yeah, I basically abandoned Haley when I had the addiction.
Yeah.
And it didn't make me happy. It didn't make me feel good to do that. I just couldn't turn it off. And so, yeah, I think this is the real problem, and it needs to be talked about more. And
I was not aware about addiction things.
yeah.
I heard about it, but I would never think a game would be addictive. Like just a normal tap game.
So the next thing I want to talk about is just like caregiving on a regular daily basis. Like one of the things we've been working on to give like more on time to me and less flare-up time to you is like dietary concerns.
Yes.
So one of the things that we found with me is that animal protein basically kicks out my medication and puts me in an off state, like a completely off state. Like my medication is gone until that animal protein is processed through my digestive system.
And it becomes a very long day for you.
Yeah, well, it becomes a very long day for me, but not only for you, right? Because I can barely move. I have trouble getting up. I can't even walk. I have to crawl.
I do not like the scary when you shuffle and you go forward. That's totally
yeah, that's not very much fun.
That's a scary thing. So you're more aware of what you eat and what I eat.
So, yeah, so from a caregiving point of view, I feel that it's, I don't know the best terminology to use, so I'm just going to say it's not right. It's not right of me to eat things I know that are going to put me off for long periods of time because it puts so much extra pressure on you.
Yeah, which is more awareness.
And I think you know, you can contradict me if you want. I think it's the same for you.
I will.
Yeah. Right? If you eat things that you know are going to cause you to have a flare-up, it's not right. I think it's the same and equal.
Yeah, basically. Because we got to think about the other person more than we used to.
Yes. Because we don't want to like isolate or create loneliness in our relationship.
No.
So when you need caregiving and I'm like off because I've eaten something on purpose, that's irresponsible. I mean, that's like not really abandoning the other person, but it's lowering their priority.
Yeah, that too. That definitely, yeah, I think that would be.
Do you agree with that?
I agree to that, yeah.
Right, so if you've like bought something and eaten something that gives you a flare-up or...
Oh, I miss my energy drinks.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not picking on Haley. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness, no.
I'm just saying our responsibilities to each other as caregivers, because I rely on Haley a lot for caregiving, and you rely on me a lot for caregiving.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So if we've knocked ourselves out,
On purpose.
on purpose or irresponsibly, I think that's not fair.
This is not including learning different foods react.
No, because
That's far from
yeah,
it.
it took us months to figure out that it was the plant-based diet that I needed. It took months.
No eggs, no. We wouldn't have known that, though.
No, and that took a long time to sort out.
Yeah.
So, now we're just figuring out with the endometriosis after all these years, and thank goodness we're finally figuring it out.
Yeah.
Certain foods cause you to be out for a day or two.
See, we didn't think that early on because we didn't think that because you're well then.
Yes.
So it wouldn't have mattered if I ate something wrong. And so then it didn't make a difference, but now it's definitely more awareness.
Yeah, and if I'm trying to call Haley in the middle of the night, which does happen once or twice a week for help.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, if I can't get you, I feel scared.
Yeah, it's your security's gone. You rely on me as security, and I rely on you for security. Just knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when I'm flare up, what do you do at night so you don't have to call me? What do you do?
Well, one of the things I really like is the bed rail with the pocket in it, because then I can put my pills. I put a snack in there like an apple or a carrot, and then I've got my water. So I'm outfitted pretty good, and we've even got pee bottles so that if I can't make it to the bathroom, I can use one of the pee bottles.
And I learned the lid is glow in the dark.
Yeah, the lid is glow in the dark. I mean, seriously, come on. How does that help you? I mean, you've got to turn the light on.
So I was very just amazed one night. We were overtired.
We're like, wow, the lid's glow in the dark. That's so amazing and so helpful. I can find the lid, but I can't find the bottle.
Oh, man. I don't know why we didn't think that.
Yeah. It's funny.
We were very amused that night.
Yeah, we were very amused. Oh, yeah, there was the night that I had to take an extra clonazepam, and I had to call you. And then, I don't know what I was saying, but it was funny.
It was,
I was really drugged up.
You were very drugged up.
And you hauled me up, and I think I went, whoa!
Yeah, but I have to admit, since you've been calling me more and you need more, I've got really muscles now.
Yeah, you're like the strong lady.
Yeah, how many pounds are you?
208 this morning.
208. So, yeah.
Yeah, you've definitely gotten a lot stronger.
I can whip you around.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I've done it a few times.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, she whips me around. I'm like, wow, you're getting really strong.
And really a little too fast for you.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to put a request in to slow down this roller coaster.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It is fun. So we're going to talk about what happens when both of us have a flare-up at the same time.
Oh, well, yeah, at the same time. Yeah, well, for me it involves a lot of crawling around.
Yeah.
And it involves the house getting really dirty.
Wow. That's why we're just showing you here, because you don't want to look outside of the other part of the living room.
Well, the house is pretty clean right now, but...
Yeah. Just scattered.
Yeah, cooking, everything gets harder.
Yeah.
Cooking, shopping, organizing, house cleaning.
That's always the last thing to worry about.
It is. Yeah, so thank you for joining us on this great conversation. I've had a great time. How about you?
I've been way better.
Yeah, this has been really nice to talk about these issues.
And we've been busy because our daughter's getting married.
Yes, we're very excited about that.
We're so excited. So it's been quite busy for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks and we'll have another caregiving video and talk about some more issues that we've got going on.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah, have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. That's awesome.